Right, so this guy's got mint tea. Very fresh mint tea. You're literally crushing up the mint. Atasha.
Sugar?
Sugar? Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, nice. Oh, that is a lot of sugar.
Tea. Whiskey Moroccan.
Whiskey Moroccan.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you. So it seems that mint tea is the thing here. Like they're constantly coming around on the beach. I've given in and I've finally gone for one after being offered it about 8 times. And initially he said it was going to be 20 dirhams for 1 cup, and that seems like a lot. These guys said they got 2 for 20 yesterday, but we've managed to wangle today 3 for 40. It's really, really hot though. It does smell extra minty. Oh, it's nice. Very hot still. Ready for your surf finally?
Shocker, brah.
Oh, no, thank you. No more tea.
No, thank you. I'm okay.
Donuts. We want donut.
Okay, let's have a look. Are these cream or chocolate?
Chocolate, normal.
Do they have one with no filling?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you want one of them?
No filling.
Okay, we'll have one no filling and yeah, maybe one with. But how much? For 2?
As well as the mint tea man, you've also got the donut man who walks around on Taagasoo Beach. So I've got one with. Did you go for chocolate?
Yeah, I got a chocolate filling. Yesterday I had one with cream filling. That one was really good as well.
Yeah. It's alright. I mean, it's no Krispy Kremes, but considering he's just come to see me on the beach, I'm not mad about this. Just dusting the sand off her feet. Yeah.
You know, you don't want to have a sandy room.
This is where we're staying at Taagasoo Ocean View. I will give a little hostel tour tomorrow, but right now we're just going to make a quick stop to get ourselves showered, get the sand off of us, and then we're going to go to a bar to watch the sunset. Just showered, and I've just found the boys on the roof. Here they are.
Hello.
Hello. Look at this. The sun is setting. What a beautiful rooftop this hostel has.
Didn't bring the gin out.
I didn't bring the gin. No, I'm not drinking this holiday. Oh yeah, I don't like oysters though.
Neither do I.
This is World of Waves. Are we stopping here? Or? Oh, they've got wine. Yeah. They've got wine. Cheers. Not many places here sell alcohol, but this place is not cheap, whereas like not many people drink. A local place on the side of the main road. The food was so good and the portion sizes are so big. I got this meat couscous for just 60 dirhams and it was delicious. The complete. It's another day in Taagasoo. We just had a lovely little breakfast at a point. What was the name of the restaurant?
Bella View,
Bella Vista.
Bella Vista.
It was Bella Vista. It did have an absolutely stunning view, and do you know what? It was all right. But the the reviews on Google Maps say that it's 2.7 stars, which we didn't even realise until afterwards. I get the impression that when it's busy, they have terrible service. That's why some people give them 1 star. But it's very quiet when we went, so it was really okay. We were very happy with it. And now I am actually going to rent a surfboard today. So we're going to go to the same place that Karen and Jordan did yesterday. It's called Surf Shop Anchor Point. This guy gives us really good rate. We're back again.
But today we're having.
Today I'm going as well.
3 boards.
Yes, 3 boards. 60 dirhams for the foamy rental for the day plus the wetsuit. I just wasn't ready to do it yesterday. I was in full relaxation, lazy mode. But today I'm like, yes, I'm going to do it. Off we go. The gangs are out with their surfboards. They're actually easy to carry because there's a little handle there. Much easier than I feel like normal surfboards are to carry, but that's good because you do have to walk a bit of a way from here down to the beach. Alright, we've been sunbathing for an hour or so, maybe even longer, but it's now time to finally go in. I think these are 3mm wetsuits. I'd love to have my own wetsuit, but they're just so big to travel with. I just don't think I would ever get one. Oh, it's actually a nice wetsuit. Okay. Yeah. I don't know how good my surfing is going to be. One, just because I'm not a very good surfer, but two, I'm going to try and bring my GoPro out on the floaty handle, so I'll be one hand down. So we'll see how this goes. Here we go! I'm just gonna go put my GoPro back, but I'm gonna go back out and surf without it. Finished our surf, caught a few gnarly whitewash waves. Thank you, and our man's here. Hello.
Hello.
Got mint tea of the day. With sugar?
Yes.
Perfect. He is a hustler, and I'm not very good at bargaining. You would think after all these years of backpacking that I would be like the best bargainer ever, and I can't be bothered. Karen's much better, so they've managed to wangle with the same guy like 2 for 20. I just managed to wangle 2 for 30. So I gave him 30 and he's gonna come back later for me with another one, so I'm paying 15 each. And like, I don't know, you guys are better at it. You're better at the game than I am.
I'm Dutch. I'm Dutch, I love a good bargain.
She loves a good bargain. Reapply my nice little sun stick. Oh my gosh, it's really warm now, it's been in the sun. I've got to hand it to him. The mint tea is really nice. And hat on. There we go.
Wow.
Free bracelet.
Holland.
We are leaving the beach now. Got to bring this big old surfboard back up into town where we got it from, but we're gonna go watch the sunset, if there even is a sunset, because it's a bit misty today. Just having a little snackety snack. I'm gonna go for the tacos frites with the sausage, which is this sausage right here. It's not a dinner, but we just feel like having something before we go to the skate park, because we probably won't eat dinner for another few hours. Thank you. Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Get in.
Get in. And Karen's got a pizza. Looks good. So all of these dishes were 30 dirhams. I'd say that's not bad. And he looked like him?
She looked... She's wearing light green as well.
Sister? Karen. We're now starting our hike up this hill, which is going to take us to the skate park. Apparently it's a bit of a hike up. Yeah, so I've actually set a hike going on my Apple Watch just to let you know exactly how far it is, and I've set it from the middle of town. Now our ascent begins. Woo! Here's the skate park. So we'll find ourselves a good little place to sit. That took us 9 minutes exactly to walk here. In fact, I'll pause it now. We gained 59 meters of elevation, half a kilometer, 0.48 kilometers. This is so cool. What a fun thing to be able to do. Tonight we went to the Teapot Cafe for dinner. They had more Western options than what we'd been going for, so it was a little bit more expensive. I paid 100 dirhams for a main and a dessert, but they were absolutely delicious. I would definitely recommend it here. Good morning. Oh, thank you. We're having breakfast in the hostel this morning, consisting of all of the classic Moroccan breakfast things. eggs, toast, jams with peanut butter type of liquidy sauce, and a lemon cheesecake of some description. It's not my cup of tea, this kind of breakfast, but we got some orange juice arriving. I'm guessing, is this our hot drink? Yeah. The hot drink today is mint tea, classic. The hostel breakfast cost 40 dirhams and we had it in the lovely lobby area of the hostel. And before I move on, now feels like a good time to give you a little hostel tour. So we chose to stay in Taaghazoo Ocean View. It had really good reviews and is in a really good location in town, but you could argue that everywhere is well located because the town is so small and easily walkable. Myself and the boys are staying in a private 3-bed dorm. It was basic in amenities, but super cute and super clean. We also had our own ensuite and were paying 30 euros per night between us. Karen and Jordan also had a nice private room with ensuite, and theirs even had their own balcony with a view of the sea, which was awesome. Heading up towards the roof, one of the communal spaces is a lovely covered terrace looking out over the town. They also have an entire yoga studio up here, which is cool. I didn't go in, but I think you can privately rent this space. And then when you go up the final flight of wooden windy stairs, you arrive at the rooftop, which is just absolutely gorgeous. There is lots of floor seating up here, and the view over the town and ocean is amazing. Honestly, we really loved this hostel. It was so cute and the staff was so friendly. The only kicker is the killer number of stairs you have to go up and down to get anywhere because the hostel is essentially just built vertically, but I would highly recommend it for backpackers in Taaghazoo. Salt Bay. Just having a bit of a slow, lazy morning this morning. We've made it out of the hostel and we have made it to a little cafe looking out over the sea, which is nice. Cafe Snack El Baria. What we found, not just in Morocco, I mean this is in a lot of places, is that every single establishment will have a different definition of what a cappuccino, a latte, like a coffee with milk is, and so you never know what you're going to get, and so you never really know what to order, because I want what we would have in the UK is like, let's say, a flat white, but you don't know whether to order a cappuccino here, a latte, a cafe au lait. I ordered a cappuccino this time, and it looks more like a mocha, which I'm actually not mad about.
There's no foam on it though.
It's a bit overcast today, in fact it's even spitting a little bit of rain, but we're considering going to the Paradise Valley because we've heard that that's a nice little excursion. This is the taxi situation in Taaghazoo. We've decided that we're going to get a taxi to Paradise Valley. We've just been quoted 500 dirhams for both ways for the 5 of us. Hopefully obviously they'll wait for us there, which we thought was a pretty good price. You wait for us in Paradise Valley? Okay, alrighty. So Ed, you are our tour guide for the day. You're our tour guide for the day.
Yes, so we're going to Paradise Valley. It was built in 1994 by sailors that came in from the coast of Luxembourg.
Landlocked country.
The thing is, you actually sound so confident that, like,
it's all about confidence.
Yeah, if you weren't thinking about that, you'd actually believe you. You can do like group tours to the Paradise Valley, but knowing our group, we're just a little bit lazy, and I think it takes a long time to pick everyone up from the hotels and things, and so yeah, we've just decided to do it ourselves. And apparently it is quite difficult to rent a car for just a day, so that was kind of out of the picture. So here we are in a taxi.
You take it off.
Little photo opportunity along the way. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Look at this. Look at all the palm trees. And there is a spot called Ali Baba's Cave underneath the whole place. There's actually some super cool souvenirs here. You've got lots of necklaces, all kinds of jewellery and beads and
Fossils. We found it in the
little
metals. These are
antiques.
fossils, 250 million years old.
250 million years old?
They look at 465 million years old.
No, I don't believe you.
Believe me, I have a book if you want.
Do you? I actually just bought something I didn't think I would, but this was just too enticing not to. And I can't show you what I've got until I get back home because he's wrapped it up now. But Karen, can you show us like what it is?
Okay, so these are the rocks that they find in the mountains, and if you cut them in half, there might be a wee surprise in there. Look at that.
This is malahets. So I have one of these.
Amethyst. I mean, I'm a sucker for anything that sparkles, really.
Yeah.
This is
wow.
so cool.
Do we know what that one's called?
I can't remember. I have to ask him. What was this one called again?
Aperit.
Aperit.
Aperit. From Taagasoo to the Paradise Valley, which we have just been dropped off at, it was about 45 minutes, not including our souvenir stop shop. That's cool. You can see that you can like eat in the water with your feet soaking. It reminds me a lot of Turkey actually, and the Saklikent Gorge.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, feels a bit more tropical than that though. I guess just because of these big palm trees. It's so pretty. I love it here. I am wearing my swimmers. I'm not sure if I'm going to go for a swim, though it does look kind of clean and clear and under control. I think we've made it. Woo! Paradise Valley! How cool is this? The hills are alive with the sound of music. Oh. Good acoustics. You reckon, Paul? Are they swimming? They're jumping. Cool. That's very cool. So apparently there is usually a lot more water generally in this valley because it just would have rained more, but it hasn't rained much at all recently at all. The sun is like dipping in and out now, and these pools that we were at back at the start looking absolutely gorgeous and actually very enticing to swim in. But we are on our way back now because our taxi man is waiting for us. Had it been a sunnier day all round and had we organised a little bit more time with our taxi man, I'd 100% be swimming in these. I have read online though that on the weekends these get majorly busy, so if you can visit the Paradise Valley on a weekday, it's going to be just a lot calmer and a lot nicer to visit. Here's our guy. We're just 15 minutes late, which I think is okay. I did pause whenever we stopped, but going like right to the end of where you can walk and back took us 1 hour and 52 minutes. The total distance was 4.86 kilometers, and the elevation gain was 194 meters. It was quite steep at times. I was getting out of breath, even though there wasn't like as much water as maybe what there usually is. Still so worth a visit. We've all had a great time, haven't we? Yeah. Now I'm gonna go back into town and have some rocket chicken. I've been waiting for this chicken man to be here for the last few days, and they finally got some success. You found your chicken man. A rocket chicken.
We actually think about getting sausage chicken, man.
Oh yeah, I want sausage.
Yeah,
it's been raining. This is the first rain that we've seen in Taagasoo, and I think it's the first rain they've had here in a long, long time. Yeah. He loves it.
Yeah.
How much is it?
15.
15? Good price.
No eye sausage, man.
We've come back to our favourite taco guy to get some pasticho today. We went for the viande hache one, which has like the spiced meat on, and he's given us a banana on top. It's a banana, which is a rogue thing to put on top of a pasta dish. Eat it. But go on, yeah, you can have it. Is that banana with like spicy mayo on it?
It's a weird mix, but you know what? Not mad about it.
Yeah, go on, you can have it.
It works.
On our final evening, we went back to the bar we discovered on the first night, possibly the only bar in town. It doesn't even have a name, but if you want to find it, it's next to Anwal restaurant. It seems to be busy every single night there, a nice little vibe. And then sadly, it was time for us to leave Taagasoo. Our next stop is Marrakesh, and because it's quite a long journey, we booked a spot on this little tourist minivan, but I will tell you more about that journey in the next video. And it was right in the middle of the Medina, so we winded our way through the maze of narrow streets and stalls to find our accommodation. Oh my gosh, I can get my floor cushions. Riyadh! Yeah, we just walked through the maze and we actually made it. Hi! Can I go first? Okay. Wow. Is that usually a pool? Oh. No, it's a shisha pit. This is so cool. Cheers on your mint. Ooh, mint tea as per. Now, we were contemplating doing a desert tour while we were here, so the hostel owner gave us a run through of what tours they were affiliated with, and honestly, we weren't decisions there and then, and went off for a wander through the souks of the Medina. How much is it, Ed?
15.
15 for a brawate. Definitely not like that.
Definitely not brawate.
Brawate. It's like a sweet triangle.
It looks like a samosa.
I mean, it's tiny.
It's a mint samosa. It's cheaper here than it was in Tagazoo. Like a lot cheaper. Look how much pizza.
Cheaper than Tagazoo?
Yeah, look.
Pizzas for what? Oh yeah.
€1.80 for a pizza.
€1.80 for pizza.
For a whole pizza?
Wowee. Omar. Oh, what's he got?
Chicken and meat.
Oh my gosh, they have the coolest jackets. I'm obsessed with this like vintage Alessi. And they've got like ski jackets here. The colours, oh my gosh. I'm absolutely obsessed. This place is called Rebel Store Vintage Clothes. So good. There is so much colour everywhere you go here, and I was in love with pretty much every single home decor piece I came across. In particular, the floor cushions were really catching my eye, and the winding narrow streets full of shops and stalls feel like they go on forever. It can be quite tiring and overwhelming actually, so we took a little break in a recommended spot called Café Les Espices. We had a coffee on their lovely rooftop. It takes a full 30 seconds to get all the way back down the winding stairs to the bottom. They have seating down here too. It's a really lovely spot. We carried on exploring and found ourselves in the main square Jamia Al Fana, where they have a lot of very enticing juice stands. Wow. Oh, they've all got their juices.
There you go, look.
Oh, wow. Hey. How much did you pay for your juice?
20.
20.
What is it? Strawberry?
Strawberry pomegranate. So this is strawberry pomegranate, mango.
Could be anything.
Someone else, pineapple.
The orange is cheaper. The orange is only 10.
Oh, wow. Bargain. Fast forward a few hours and we then went out for dinner. I chose this restaurant called Chez Zaza as we were looking for a cozy spot to sit down with traditional food that wasn't too expensive, as we are still on a backpacker budget after all. And I think this place ticked all of our boxes. The food was really good. I was a little sad they didn't have couscous available today though, as that's been my go-to dish in Morocco so far. Good morning. We just had the free hostel breakfast, which I completely forgot to film. We kind of ate it in a hurry because actually we were a little bit late. And now we were interested in doing a walking tour, but because we got up a little bit late, we missed all the ones that leave early in the morning. But Ed has found a self-guided walking tour on Nomad's travel guide, and I really want to get my hair done as well. So if I see a female hairdresser along the way, we're gonna make a little stop. I'm sorry to say we quickly abandoned the plan of the self-guided tour, as our wandering eyes were pretty much guiding themselves through these souks that we preferred to just not follow a set plan. Surely this has got to be a common problem for tourists in Marrakesh, right? Oh, I'm just obsessed with all of these cushions. Love that sun. God, I'm gonna have to get that before I go. I think I'm gonna have to like send the whole suitcase home, or just like just do a package to send home. I can't bring this stuff to Mauritania. Really cute. Cute little coffee shop. Yeah, little espressos. Yeah. So many lights. Very pretty. Oh, just past the man that had the most gorgeous pottery. Definitely going to go back to him. I feel like you need to do a few rounds of just like looking, and then you go back and purchase.
You get the best price, don't you?
That's true, that's true. So we are currently staying in Riyadh, which is one of the more like cheap and cheerful hostels in town, and I'll give you a tour of that later in the vlog. But we've only booked for 2 nights, and so we're actually looking for another hostel, a slightly bougier one, to stay for our last 2 nights. So we're just Actually just doing a bit of a hostel hop, checking out these other ones, scoping them out to see where we want to stay. We're having a look at the Central House right now and it is stunning, absolutely stunning. It's also huge, but it's also by far the most expensive hostel in town. We haven't looked inside the dorm rooms, but the pictures that you can see online, they just look super, super nice. But we're going to explore a couple more options before making an actual decision as to whether we want to splurge as much as it is to stay here or whether we are going to go for something else.
You'll be pleased to know we did finally manage to escape the Medina, as we were keen to check out the area close to Jardin Majorelle.
I would love to have kimonos like this for my flat. This is called a Moro concept store. To be honest, it's not really the budget that I was expecting to spend on this holiday, but we're having a look around and everything's just so beautiful. I want a hammock to go on my balcony. That one would be really good. Depends on how you hang it, yeah. This is their little restaurant area. Oh my gosh, this store is so beautiful. I want my house to look like this. I know it won't, but we can dream. The luxe life suits you.
These are what you need for your balcony.
Yeah, oh, I mean, my balcony is not big enough for this, unless they were to go sideways. We're just walking towards the Jardin Majorelle, and there's a lot of concept stores down here actually. They all look gorgeous. This trip is so dangerous for my wallet.
We passed the Yves Saint Laurent Museum, which looked just stunning from the outside, but I didn't go in because at this point I was quite fixated on having my hair done and I knew there were ladies' salons close by. So I went to the Majorelle Signature Spa Marrakesh to finally have it done, which I was very happy about. I paid 150 dirhams for a wash and blow dry. We came back to the Medina for dinner and were after something of a similar vibe to the previous night and found ourselves in the Taher restaurant. I know I'm not saying that right. I did manage to get my beloved big plate of couscous for 60 dirhams, which I was very happy with. The next morning we nabbed the free breakfast at our hostel Riyadh Dia, which was very impressive actually, considering that the cost of our accommodation was only £7.60 per night. That was to be staying in a 10-bed dorm, and Riyadh Dia came very highly recommended to us, both from personal recommendations and from reviews on Hostelworld and Booking.com, and I can see why, as it is very good value for a hostel that is very well located in the Medina, has a good free breakfast and a nice social vibe. However, I won't be staying at this hostel again, almost entirely because of one thing and one thing only, and that is the bathroom situation. There is only 1 or 2 bathrooms on each floor of the hostel, and there is literally hundreds of beds. One night I wanted to go for a wee before going to sleep, and it took me half an hour to get into an available toilet, and I went up and down all the floors approximately 10 times. Not only that, but the showers are a mere lukewarm dribble at best. There was 1 sink per bathroom and it was in a weird corner of the room, and there was no surface whatsoever. There's also no hand soap. My floor is always wet and I could not stand, even for the price and all the other good things. It's sad, but it's true. Now at this point we still hadn't found a 2-day desert tour, which we really loved the sound of, that was in our price point. We also were feeling a bit exhausted, having spent almost an entire 2 days wandering around the endless souks of the Medina, and not to mention my bathroom frustrations, so taking all of that into consideration, onto a bus to the popular coastal town of Essaouira. The bus took about 3 hours and cost 100 dirhams. The bus was very comfy actually, and before we knew it, we'd arrived in Essaouira, which just felt like the biggest breath of fresh air, literally. And look at this, it kind of looks like the Gold Coast in Australia. We walked about 15 minutes from the bus station to our hostel called Essaouira Beach Hostel, and immediately got really good vibes from this place.
Hello. Thank you.
I forgot to get a video of the dorm room and bathroom, but I felt much happier here. Our dorm beds had curtains, personal lights, plug socket and a little personal shelf. The bathroom had warm showers with alright water pressure and lots of surface space around the sink to pop your bits while you're sorting yourself out. We went straight up to the hostel rooftop, which had a really nice vibe and gorgeous view over the beach and ocean. Like Marrakesh, Essaouira also has a Medina, and if you don't know, the term Medina refers to the old walled parts of many North African cities. It's the ancient traditional heart of the city. They typically have narrow maze-like streets, traditional markets and historic buildings. It was particularly lovely that Essaouira's Medina is right by the ocean, giving it a completely different feel to Marrakesh. We wandered around the streets before watching the sunset sitting on the old wall, which seems like the most popular place in town at this time. As we walked back to the hostel, there was a local little football game on at the beach basketball courts, and I think it's the most scenic football game I've ever witnessed, with the ocean and in the background and the strong gold to yellow to orange to blue to purple hues from the sunset. Now back at the hostel, you won't believe this. They were having couscous dinner night, which meant that every single person in the hostel got a huge free plate of couscous and vegetables. I was so impressed and so happy. We know I'm a fan of Moroccan couscous, and this one was not only delicious, but it was free. There was even a traditional performance going on whilst we were eating dinner. And for a dorm bed here, it was 143 dirhams for the night. I'd say that's an absolute steal for the amenities that they have here. In the morning, we went to a beautiful cafe called Mandala Society that had been highly recommended. I got a salmon cream cheese bagel. It was delicious.
Oh my god. Wow.
This, along with a juice and a coffee, cost 100 dirhams. So more expensive than the local dishes, but this felt like a bit of a treat. So I then did a bunch of shopping in Essaouira, and I didn't film any of it because I was on an absolute mission. But I'm going to share with you everything I bought and how much I spent in the next video, so stay tuned for that. My friends had another day to relax and were flying out of Essaouira the next day. I, on the other hand, had a flight out of Casablanca the next day and was also keen to pick up a few bits in Marrakesh that I had eyed up but didn't manage to pick up. So in the evening, I got the late night bus from Essaouira back to Marrakesh by myself. It was actually cheaper this time. I think as it was with a different company, it was just 60 dirhams. And upon arrival in Marrakesh, I had booked myself into the Mio Stello Lifestyle Hostel. I picked this for a few reasons. One, the location was just on the edge of the Medina, but closer to the train station, which was an ideal spot for me. Two, it looked very modern and had very good reviews. And three, it had one of the most reasonably priced ensuite private rooms that I'd seen. I paid £44 for this room and I was really happy with it. As I was arriving late, I needed to organise my bags fully ahead of my flight, and I also wanted a really nice proper shower, so it was super worth it for me to splurge on a private tonight.
So tonight I'm flying out of Casablanca Airport, but I'm currently in Marrakesh, and there are lots of transport options from Marrakesh to Casablanca. I can get the train. However, I was not thinking I needed to book in advance, and then the hostel lady kind of scared me because she was like, oh, you haven't got your ticket yet? Have a look online to see if there's any tickets because there's a football game going on today. And I looked, there was nothing. No vans, no buses.
As you can imagine, this made me quite stressed, so I had gone to the train station early in person to try and get a ticket there, and lo and behold, they had lots of tickets available. So I guess the lesson here is, even if it says that everything is sold out online, all hope may not be lost because chances are you can still book in person. So after I secured my train ticket for around 3 p.m, I headed back into the Medina for one final time to pick up the final shopping bits I felt like I just couldn't leave Morocco without. And actually they have a Mandala Society here as well, and since I enjoyed it so much yesterday, I went again today for lunch. I then headed back to the hostel to pick up my backpack and straight back to Marrakesh train station to catch my train to Casablanca. It was actually only a couple pounds cheaper to travel first class, so I decided to treat myself to a first class ticket. It cost 180 dirhams for the 3-hour very comfortable journey. I've had a really good experience using all the public transport in Morocco actually. I've been really impressed by the punctuality and service. So it was then time for me to catch my flight from Casablanca to Nouakchott in Mauritania. Honestly, Morocco has exceeded all of my expectations. When I told people I was heading to Morocco, I was given a mixed bag of reactions. Some people saying that's great, you'll love it, and flooding me with recommendations. The other half of people cautioning me to all the scams and sellers of the souks. So I think I arrived here with a bit of a guard up, but I can genuinely say I thought the Moroccan people who I encountered were all incredibly friendly. I don't think I got scammed once, and if someone was trying to scam me, they weren't trying hard enough. The sellers in the souks, of course, were encouraging you to make a purchase, but I did not find them to be pushy at all. Of course, I appreciate that people can have different experiences, but that was my experience, and I'd say it was really positive, and I can't wait to return to Morocco one day and explore more of the destinations I did not get to visit on this